Good evening. Good evening, Chancellor Martin, Provost McEwen, administrators, faculty, staff, honor students, graduating seniors, and special guests. Welcome to the University Honors Program's virtual 2021 graduation celebration. I am Dr. Margaret Knipes, the proud director of the University Honors Program here at the illustrious North Carolina A&T State University. I love saying it, home of the Aggies. We join tonight or this evening to celebrate and highlight the accomplishments of 91 Honors Aggies, the largest graduating class that Honors has ever seen. This past year has been quite challenging. Would you not agree? Graduating seniors, you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. You've pressed on through challenges, and here you are, celebrating success and paid for with perseverance and sure determination. Your accomplishments are a strong foundation for building a great future. Congratulations on a job well done. Please give yourself a pat on the back. Family and friends, let's show some excitement by wishing them congrats. Please feel free throughout the program this evening to celebrate our graduates in our chat feature. And please enjoy the program. Seniors, we are very proud of you and your accomplishments. We will now have greetings by Dr. Provost Burrow McEwen, Provost Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Following Provost McEwen, we will have a musical selection by none other than the North Carolina A&T Fellowship Gospel Choir. Provost McEwen.
Good afternoon, everyone, and a very special hello to the fall 2020 and the spring 2021 graduates of our university's honors program. It is my pleasure to bring you greetings this afternoon on behalf of our chancellor, who will be speaking with you later, and on behalf of our entire university community. As your provost, I am honored to join you to celebrate the accomplishments of your undergraduate degrees as members of the university's honors program. You have met and often exceeded our highest expectations. Congratulations to you and to your families. Your participation in the university's honors program has not been merely a set of check marks along the way. In the course of maintaining an excellent academic record, all of you have made the chancellor's list at least once. You have all contributed thousands of hours of service on the campus and in the local community. And I understand that you have supported, been enriched by, and created excellent artistic works on our campus and off campus. And you have grown educationally and professionally. We are very happy that you made North Carolina A&T State University your home. And I'm sure that Dr. Knipes and her team in the honors program, as well as all your professors and the academic leaders, have given you an excellent foundation on which to build as you leave the halls of this wonderful university. I have been told that among you are a 2020 Truman Scholarship finalist, 3 semifinalists for the 2021 to 2022 Fulbright U.S. Student Program Grant, 2 2020 Public Policy and International Affairs JSI recipients, and several Gilman International Scholarship recipients. Many more of you have proudly carried the torch for your families by being the first to earn a 4-year undergraduate degree. You have persisted through illnesses, including the still continuing COVID-19 pandemic. You have revived campus organizations, served as resident hall assistants, and contributed to STEM and humanities research. You made the very best of your years with us, and now you are ready to leave and begin your journey as Aggies, ready to take your places in your communities, your nation, and your world. It is my hope that in you is the resilience that will be necessary to continue to grow and be successful. Always have stretch goals and learn how to use your current position to grow stronger and to do better. You must all continue to enrich your minds, your bodies, and your souls with the resources that are available to you. You must seize opportunities to sow into others without neglecting your needs and your rights. I urge you to seek environments that will allow you to not just survive, but to thrive. The world, our nation, our state, and our institution will be looking to each of you to take your place and to make a difference. The road ahead of you may not always be easy, but I'm confident that you are well prepared to meet the challenges and to claim the opportunities. We are so happy for you as you stand at the gateway of your tomorrow. We're happy to be sharing this evening with you as you celebrate, and I wish to extend to all of you congratulations and best wishes for the future.
Wow, that was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much to our Fellowship Gospel Choir and also to the director of the Fellowship Gospel Choir, Mr. Marcus Williams. And also thank you, Provost McEwen, for your warm greetings. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Brittany Franklin, Assistant Director of the University Honors Program and Coordinator for the Dowdy Scholars Enrichment Program. She will now come to give recognition of our seniors.
Thank you, Dr. Knights. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brittany Franklin, Assistant Director of the University Honors Program and Coordinator of the Dowdy Scholars Enrichment Program. It gives me great pleasure to recognize our graduating seniors in the University Honors Program, Class of 2021. This is a major milestone in their lives, one that should be acknowledged with infinite recognition. Our seniors are truly committed to excellence. Collectively, these stellar students average a 3.81 cumulative GPA. Audience, I know we've been giving a lot of love into the chat, but let's give it one more time. Please show them some love and how proud you are of them by celebrating them in the chat one more time. Let's congratulate them. These seniors have completed honors requirements through coursework and co-curricular experiences to include participating in honors lectures, cultural events, and averaging over 80 hours of community service individually. They have received graduate school and employment offers from over 65 institutions and employers. Just to name a few, UNC Chapel Hill, ECU, Carnegie Mellon, Dow Chemical, Dell, and Boeing. They have been members of nationally recognized honor societies, participated in internships and undergraduate research on campus and around the country. Several have traveled and studied abroad in places such as Spain, Brazil, South Africa, Thailand, and even Cyprus. Our seniors have served in a number of leadership roles through campus organizations, presented at regional and national conferences, and given back to the community through their time and service. These students have truly left their mark on campus, the community, and within the world. In the words of my forever First Lady, Michelle Obama, you may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all of the world's problems at once. But don't ever underestimate the importance of who you are, because history has shown that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a life of its own. As you prepare to enter into your next journey, hold tight to that courage and let your Aggie pride take you the rest of the way. North Carolina A&T Honors Seniors, congratulations to each of you for all that you have accomplished and all that you will become. We will now recognize each graduate in order by his or her academic college through this very special slideshow.
Wow, I hope you really enjoyed the slideshow of our 91 Honors Aggie superstars. Honor seniors, you are simply amazing. Congratulations again. At this time, I would like to introduce Miss Anderlyn Smith, graduating senior, professional theater major, to give us senior reflections. Anderlyn is pretty special to us. She's a Fulbright program grant semifinalist and will be working this fall at Leland Duran Studios. Anderlyn?
Good evening, Aggie family. Wow, it is such a humbling honor to be able to reflect on my times here at the University Honors Program. And I'm so proud of each and every one of my peers. I was silently cheering for everyone as your names came across the live stream today. So congratulations, God is good, and I'm happy to celebrate you on this evening. For the past 3 years, I have served as an Aggie ambassador for the Office of Undergraduate Admissions. In this role, I have the pleasure of giving extraordinary tours to prospective students with the flair only a true Aggie can bring. At the conclusion of each tour, I share my Aggie story, how God led me to the illustrious, unmatched, exceptional North Carolina A&T State University. My Aggie story, a tale I'll forever cherish, begins with the University Honors Program. I grew up in Harrisburg, North Carolina, a predominantly white suburban area, and attended Hickory Ridge High, a school that is whiter than your grandmother's best Easter Sunday outfit. As my high school senior year approached, my counselors urged me to apply to the best schools. Of course, in their minds, that meant UNC Chapel Hill, Stanford, and Ivy League universities. However, there was no discussion of historically Black colleges. Frankly, I only knew of 2 HBCUs, and let's just say they weren't the top 2. As the rush of senior year continued, I began to receive many mailings and emails from North Carolina A&T, a school that was unfamiliar to my white suburban bubble. Initially, the mailings were meaningless. I knew where I was going, and truthfully, North Carolina A&T was not in the picture. My parents, on the other hand, had other intentions. Andy, they cautioned, you need to take time to read these pamphlets. Don't just throw them away. There could be a lot of opportunities, especially scholarship awards and connections at this school. Well, to their approval, I applied to North Carolina A&T and the university's premier scholarship, the Lewis and Elizabeth Dowdy Enrichment Program. However, just like I had dismissed the Aggie postcards, emails, and letters, the completed application was negligently thrown into the outskirts of my mind. The deed, a reluctant appeasement, was done and forgotten. 2 months passed since the submission of my North Carolina A&T applications, and I was busily evading any possibility of attending Aggieland. However, my stubborn blue and gold rain cloud made another appearance in the form of an invitation to Scholars Day, an annual event hosted by the University Honors Program for incoming freshmen. Of course, by the nature of my optimistic parents, we were going. My parents and I piled into our black van and made the 90-minute road trip to Greensboro, North Carolina. This would be all too fun. Regardless of my efforts to conceal my impressions, Scholars Day was truly a love at first sight experience. From the moment I hesitantly climbed out of the car to the program's closing remarks, a new notable feature was to be detected. I was excited by the beauty of the academic classroom building and the possibility of living in the picturesque Aggie Village. And of course, I was especially thrilled about the promises of Fried Chicken Friday. Ultimately, I was truly moved by the familial warmth that enveloped the campus. The university was buzzing with eager students from a multitude of regions. It was so fulfilling to be around students who not only shared my complexion, but my aspirations, tenacity, and goals. An instant bond between myself and Aggieland formed. A&T satisfied a need that I did not know I possessed, and for the first time, I could envision myself as an Aggie. February 3rd, 2017, the Monday following Scholars Day, I received another gold envelope. This time, I opened the envelope with buzzing anticipation. The words "congratulations" were emboldened at the top of the letter. I had been awarded the Lewis and Elizabeth Dowdy Scholarship. That day, an Aggie was born. An A&T alum once advised me to do the Aggie Shuffle. He likened building relationships at A&T to learning a dance. You have to find your support system, he coached. Find the people who can help you become your best self. The University Honors Program has been my dance partner in the Aggie Shuffle. It was through this program I forged my first friendships with Gail Streeter, Brenda Caldwell, Jewel Washington, and Jasmine Armstrong. This program allowed me to explore international realms. The 2018 honor study abroad trip to France, Italy, and Spain is still one of my most favorite college memories. And most importantly, I am thankful for the mentorship I received from the University Honors Program faculty. I am thankful for Mrs. Kendall, who never fails to give me a warm hug when I step into the honors office. Our conversations, which are usually filled with more laughter than words, are always revitalizing for the soul. I am thankful for Mr. Harrison, one of the first honors faculty members my family and I met. Mr. Harrison is a true day one, and my parents ask about him more than they do about me. And I am thankful for Mrs. Gallup, who challenges the limitations I place on myself. It was she who encouraged me to apply for the Fulbright U.S. student program last June, a feat I never imagined for myself. And she said I could when I said I couldn't, and believed in me before I believed in myself. I am thankful for Mrs. Franklin, the queen of the Dowdy Scholars. Mrs. Franklin is one of the most generous people I know, and she has granted me multiple opportunities to fulfill my passion of helping others become their best selves. She has helped me live unapologetically and reminds me to pour into others as she has poured into me. And lastly, I am thankful for Dr. Knights, a spirited female powerhouse who truly does it all. It's common for people to say that the Lord works in mysterious ways, but it is no mystery why God led me to A&T. A&T is my birthplace. It was here that I gained confidence in being a multi-hyphenated individual. I am a Christian, a scholar, an actress, a community servant, a leader, a friend, a daughter, a sister, a Black queen, and now a soon-to-be alumna of North Carolina A&T State University. The University Honors Program has illuminated the essence of Aggie pride. And because of them, I will continue to achieve great goals in everything and produce renowned individuals dedicated to excellence. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Anderlyn, so much. We love you too. I loved your Aggie story. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Diamond Mangrum, Fall 2020 Honors Graduate. Diamond received her bachelor's degrees in applied mathematics and bioengineering. She will be pursuing her doctorate in biomedical engineering this fall at the University of Southern California. Congratulations, Diamond. Diamond will now come and introduce our keynote speaker.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited and delighted to be here. As Dr. Knife said, my name is Diamond Mangrum, and I'm a Fall 2020 alumna of North Carolina A&T State University, where I had the honor to serve as your 85th Miss A&T while participating in the University Honors Program. I am an aspiring astronaut who is also a woman, Black, and STEM scholar. So it is my pleasure and distinct honor to introduce tonight's speaker, Ms. Joan Higginbotham, the third African-American woman to travel to space and one of only 15 American NASA astronauts as of today who have traveled to space. Joan Higginbotham is an electrical engineer, retired NASA astronaut, and motivational speaker who was born in Chicago, Illinois. She received a Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering from Southern Illinois University at Carbondale, a Master of Science degree in management from the Florida Institute of Technology, and a Master of Science degree in space systems from the Florida Institute of Technology. Ms. Higginbotham is also the recipient of an honorary doctorate in aerospace science from Southern Illinois University at Carbondale and an honorary doctorate in humanities from the University of New Orleans. Ms. Higginbotham began her career in 1987 at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida as a payload electrical engineer in the Electrical and Telecommunications Systems Division. Within 6 months, she became the lead for the orbiter experiments on the Space Shuttle Columbia. She actively participated in 53 space shuttle launches during her 9-year tenure at Kennedy Space Center. Ms. Higginbotham has logged over 308 hours in space since she was selected in April 1996 as an astronaut candidate by NASA. She completed her first mission with the crew of STS-116 from December 9th through December 22nd, 2006, where her primary task was to operate the Space Station Remote Manipulator System, also known as the robotic arm. Ms. Higginbotham also made history on this flight, which marked the first time that 2 African-American astronauts flew on the same mission. Ms. Higginbotham retired in November 2007 after a 20-year distinguished career with NASA in order to pursue a career at Marathon Oil Company. She currently manages the relationships with governmental agencies and companies involved in human space exploration at Collins Aerospace, which was called UTC Aerospace Systems when she joined in October 2017, as Director of Corporate Social Responsibility. Ms. Higginbotham's organizations include the Association of Space Explorers, where she is a life member, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina, the Board of Visitors at Johnson C. Smith University, and the Links Incorporated, Crown Jewels chapter. She has been honored numerous times throughout her career. Some of these distinctions include being an inductee in the National Association of Negro Business and Professional Women's History Hall of Fame, receiving the National Space Medal, being honored by President George W. Bush at the 81st White House Black History Month celebration, being one of Essence Magazine's top 50 women of 2004, appearing in Alicia Keys' Superwoman video, and designation as one of Southern Illinois University's distinguished alumni. Dear Fall 2020 and December 2021 graduates and friends, join me in extending a hearty welcome full of Aggie pride to Ms. Joan Higginbotham as she shares wisdom on navigating through time and space, as this class of honors Aggies embarks into the unknown and continues reaching for excellence while living purposely.
Diamond, it's so good to see you again. I hope all is well with you. Congratulations and thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I greet all of you with an Aggie pride. My stepdaughter is a proud graduate of the class of 2019, so I hope I represent it. Let me start off by offering my most heartfelt congratulations. Graduating is one of the great milestones in your life, and you did it in style, with honors. All of those nights and Sundays in the library apparently paid off. So I applaud you, I celebrate you as you prepare to graduate, as you join the working world and you pay taxes like the rest of us. So thank you and congratulations. In the few minutes we have together, I want to talk about how I navigated through my life and my career, which has been filled with ups and downs and twists and turns, some good times and some bad. I also want to share lessons I've learned at various destinations along the way. My first job post-college was at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida as a rocket scientist, launching shuttles and astronauts into space. Although that's not what I originally planned to be doing post-graduation. I had planned to work for IBM. Had planned being the operative words in that sentence. But you know what they say about best laid plans? They often go awry, as did mine. I wanted to work for IBM, but IBM wasn't hiring engineers at the time. But NASA happened to come knocking on my door. Now, most people would think they died and went to heaven if NASA had approached them about a job, but I'm not most people. You see, just a year earlier, Space Shuttle Challenger disintegrated 73 seconds into flight, and I wasn't really feeling NASA at the time. But I scored a trip to Florida and I got to see the space shuttle. And then they took me out to the launch pads, and that was all it took. I moved to Florida, to be a rocket scientist and launch shuttles. One of the best decisions I've ever made. And the lesson I learned when making that decision is to have a career plan, but don't be afraid to alter that plan for the right opportunity. Life at NASA was incredible. I got to work on the shuttle every day, meet astronauts, and watch shuttle launches just 3 miles from my office. And I was getting paid. I was even able to finish 2 postgraduate degrees courtesy of NASA. And trust me when I say, it is a beautiful thing when someone else, other than you or your parents, pay for your education. As I was moving up the proverbial career ladder, I thought I had it made when my boss said 5 little words that changed the trajectory of my life forever. He said, "You'd make a great astronaut." Now, I already thought I was big time because I was one of a handful of Black female engineers who worked on the shuttle. But I never considered being an astronaut as a destination on my career journey. Probably because I thought astronauts were 10 feet tall and uber smart and everything I thought I wasn't. But after I got out of my own head and over my own insecurities, it dawned on me that if I was smart enough to get the shuttle ready for the astronauts to fly on, then I was certainly smart enough to fly on the shuttle. And so I applied to be an astronaut, along with 6,000 other people. Now, long story short, I was one of the 122 applicants who received an interview, but was not one of the 15 ultimately selected for that class. Now, let me do the math for you. I had a 0.25% chance of being selected as one of those 15 astronauts. But regardless of the odds, I was completely devastated when I didn't get selected. But I was not deterred. I got that second postgraduate degree I mentioned. I reapplied for the astronaut corps and was selected in the 1996 class of astronauts. And there are 2 lessons I learned from that experience. The first one is not to let a setback hold you back. That was just a moment in time, and I refused to let it define me. Besides, I don't like people telling me I can't accomplish something, so I had a little something to prove, if to no one else but myself. Remember this: the highs of successes are measured by how one handles the lows of failure. The second thing was that I know you will have many amazing opportunities as you navigate through your life and career. Be prepared to take advantage of them. So my astronaut classmates and I reported to NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas in August 1996. We were nicknamed the Sardines, and you can probably guess why, because there were a whole bunch of us. We spent roughly the next year and a half doing everything together. We learned how to fly supersonic jets. We worked in the shuttle simulator, and we also learned how to build and operate the International Space Station, because that's what we were going to be doing on our mission. These people were like family to me, and I was family to them. After years and years and years of waiting, I was finally assigned to a space flight, but tragedy struck again. On February 1st, 2003, just 16 minutes from landing after a wildly successful mission, Space Shuttle Columbia disintegrated upon reentry. 3 of my sardine classmates were on board. Now you're probably thinking, why in the world would she ever want to launch on the space shuttle after yet another accident? That's a good question. My mother wanted to know the same thing, but there are 2 reasons. First of all, because of the accident, attention to safety was at an all-time high. And second, I knew the people who worked on the shuttle. I used to be one of those people, and their jobs are to provide the astronauts the best shuttle they can. And I trusted that they would do that for me. So on December 9th, 2006, the crew of STS-126 launched into the night sky on a date with the International Space Station.
And here they astronauts, led by Commander Martin Polanski, pilot William Oefelein, Nicholas Patrick, Robert Kirby, Krista Fugelsang, Joan Higginbotham, and Sonny Williams. 3, 2, 1. We have booster ignition and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, lighting up the night as we continue building the International Space Station.
So during our shuttle mission, we took up another piece of the space station. We rewired its electrical system, and we took up about 6,000 pounds of equipment and performed a crew rotation. Sonny went up on the space shuttle to replace Thomas Reiter, a German astronaut who had been living in space for 4 months. It was an incredible, exhilarating, absolutely magical 13 days that I spent quite literally out of this world. It took over 10 years and roughly 30 space shuttle missions to complete the International Space Station. And it has been almost 21 years that it's been inhabited with astronauts and cosmonauts living in space continuously. So probably for all of your life, there's been someone in space. And I can proudly say I was a part of that. Now, the reason I was able to make history is due to my academic preparation, and because as I navigated through my life and my career, I had the right people in my inner circle. And I would encourage you to have these people as a part of your very important inner circle. The first person to have is a mentor. That's someone whose career you'd like to emulate and who can even help you develop and steer your own career. And I'd actually suggest that you have at least 2 mentors. One of them in your career field who can provide that valuable insight and advice in the field of your choice, and one who isn't in your career field, because that person can provide perspectives that may be difficult for you to see because you're in the inside of your industry bubble. The second person is a coach. A coach will assess your behavioral style and provide an objective look at how and why you work the way you do. And with that information, you can learn how to leverage your strengths in work and in life, because there's a great parallel between the two. And the third is a sponsor or an advocate. This is a person at a fairly high level in your company who will speak on your behalf when you're not in the room, and in rooms where you normally will not be. Now, this person will help you get to that next level, that next position, because they're in the right spot to put in a good word on your behalf. So no one who has achieved anything of note in life has done it on his or her own. For me, it was my mom, who was a first-generation college graduate, although her parents only had a 6th grade education, and my dad, who never finished college. They knew education was the great equalizer. So I was never given the option of not going to college. That was never a discussion in my house. The only option I had was where. I was going to college. It was also my manager who saw something in me that I didn't see in myself at first, and who's quite insistent that I applied to become an astronaut. And the third, I'd be really remiss if I didn't mention all of the African American astronauts who came before me, many of whom I know very well, but one in particular whom I never got to meet, and that was Ronald McNair, who by all accounts was a phenomenal man. These are the people upon whose shoulders I stand, and without them, the road would have been harder or maybe even impossible to navigate. But because they paved the road for me, I flew beyond the sky. I'm not sure whose shoulders you stand on, and the who is really not important at all. What is important is that you lend your shoulders to those who are coming behind you for them to stand on. Life is a journey, and navigating the road would not always be easy, but know that you got this, because the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Navigate well, graduates, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ms. Higginbotham, for your inspiring words. You provided wonderful advice for our students. You share with our students, do not let setbacks hold you back from moving forward. Have a career plan and don't be afraid to alter it with the right opportunities. And have the right people in your inner circle. Absolutely. A mentor, at least two, a coach, and a sponsor advocate. With these people, we know that our seniors will be able to fly beyond the sky. And lastly, you share with them, you've got this, and they certainly do. Thank you so much again. And please accept our sincere appreciation for the outstanding presentation to our seniors tonight. Thank you so much for your continued support of North Carolina A&T. At this time, I would like to ask Chancellor Martin, Harold Martin, to bring closing remarks. Chancellor Martin.
Yes, thanks very much, Dr. Knipes. And first, I'd like to thank Ms. Hickenbotham for just a remarkable message to our honors program graduating seniors. Traveling, navigating through time and space. I was inspired by the message myself, and I certainly hope our graduating seniors and their families enjoyed the message as well. I'd second like to thank Dr. Knipes, the remarkable Dr. Knipes, and her incredible staff who do so much to enrich the educational experiences of our honors program students, who demand the best of you as students, who push you and expose you to experiences and opportunities, who mentor and advise and encourage you along the way. So Dr. Knipes and members of the honors program team, thank you for all you do for our students and for our university. Graduates, this is about you. Congratulations on reaching the end of your undergraduate career here at North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. Completing your undergraduate studies is no easy feat, as we've heard this evening. On top of successfully meeting and exceeding the university's requirements and your departmental academic expectations, you're also being recognized this evening for your full participation in the University Honors Program. As you can affirm, the University Honors Program has given you much, and much has been required. In addition to maintaining a minimum grade point average of 3.5, you have completed dozens of hours of community service, enriched your perspective with cultural events, and served as academic role models to peers and future Aggies alike. Some of you have formally served in leadership roles as ambassadors to the university's honors program and on the Honors Student Advisory Board. Others of you have let your light shine in many other deeply appreciated ways. This past year has posed unexpected storms to you and your peers, dealing with academic, social, economic, and health disruptions precipitated by COVID-19 pandemic. When you registered for classes in the fall of 2019, you absolutely had no idea of the global uncertainty that lie ahead in spring 2020 through right now. Yet you prevailed. I'm more than confident that each of you has the ability to navigate the waves and currents that will carry you further in the world in the coming months and years. We stand behind you with confidence that you can and will rise to any occasion presented to you as you depart the university community and go on to conquer other goals. Whether you're enrolled as a merit scholarship recipient, or worked 3 jobs to cover expenses, served on the Student Government Association, or spent weekends preparing meals for the hungry, received a full scholarship to a top graduate school program, or contributed as a member of your peer study group, you have made immeasurable impact on North Carolina A&T. Thank you. I am proud to have had the privilege of getting to know most all of you. All of you represent the very, very best and the brightest of our university. Thank you for being committed to excellence. You inspire us all. Thank you for challenging us and allowing us to challenge you. Thank you for taking advantage of all of Aggieland that it has to offer and for sharing your gifts with this campus community. Thank you for continuing to show us all, and now the world, what Aggies do. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chancellor Martin, for bringing the closing remarks, and thank you so much for your continued and unwavering support of the University Honors Program. There are also other supporters of honors who have helped to make this program this evening and this academic year a huge success. Thank you, Provost McEwen, for your support of the University Honors Program. The Honors Program would also like to recognize all of the faculty, staff, and administrators who are here this evening. Honors would not be successful without your contributions. For that, we are grateful. And I could not let this evening go by without not saying thank you to our honors staff. Ms. Kendall, our end of the year banquet program chair, Mr. Harrison, Ms. Franklin, Ms. Wellman, and Ms. Gallup for all of your hard work and dedication to the University Honors Program. Your continued and your tremendous contributions are valued by not only me, but by our students as well. The success of our program would not be possible without you. Thank you also to all of our special guests, family, and friends who are here to support our graduating seniors. Thank you for coming this evening. And I would like to leave a few last remarks for our graduating seniors. Seniors, I have a graduation ceremony poem for you, and it's called The Graduate by Nikki Alling. And it says, no matter which road you choose, no matter how long it may seem, let your heart be your guide along the way. If you want to fulfill your dreams, no matter the detours, the roadblocks, or dark nights, continue your heart's desire. Lift up your torch and don't be afraid to set the world on fire. You are the light of a new day. Shine for all to see. Carry your knowledge from this day forward. Blaze a trail for history. No one, and I mean no one, will ever be quite like you. Remember this important truth. We all have a purpose in this life. And it begins in our youth. Who you are now and who you will become is determined by your soul. And with your dreams in your heart to lead the way, you can conquer any goal. Congratulations. Dear seniors, I pray your journey is a smooth one. I wish you every success. The university's honors program looks forward to hearing about your successes. Thank you all again for your attendance this evening. We wish you a good evening. And seniors, please join us for our virtual reception following the conclusion of this program. Good night.